What is up, guys, and welcome to another video. And today, well, it's been a while since I last did a video, which I wonder how it ended up last time. Went very well. So, since I last did that video, I haven't really got the time to do videos, and it's been like over 4 months now. But I am back, and instead of doing FIA races, this video is all about daily races. So the first race is of course the daily race A, and the car I chose was the Mazda DeMio, or DeMio if you pronounce it, which looks to be the OP car to drive around KL2. And we start in 6th, which is quite a reasonable position to start with in the midfield, and anything can happen. Right, so we get a good clean start. The start's probably the easiest thing as ever in that race unless you are using traction control. But yeah, obviously we didn't lose places, and by the time we get to our first braking point, we overtook Mr. Smoke, the first Spanish guy in the Black Master, and then we managed to gain a place. So yeah, this track is very small and basic, obviously, in a very nice basic car. So that means we get very close racing throughout the 7 laps. And yeah, as you can see, end up closing every lap. When we head to the braking point, I overtake every car, and we managed to overtake not one but 2 cars in one corner, which that was very interesting. But this red guy in the left is didn't give up the fight, but we managed to get through eventually, and we're now in P3, and we set a nice clean fast lap. So as you can see, I did try to defend and managed to do a good job. And of course you want to use as much curve as you can in the first corner, because it gives you a good exit, so it's very important to do so. And as we head to the braking point again, we managed to overtake this, the third Spanish guy, and very successful. He went a bit wide, I think he braked a bit late, and of course we are now caught up behind Chaos Ultra, and some of you are probably going to expect me to easily overtake him, but it wasn't the case. He defended very nicely, going to the inside line, and then the Spanish guy behind us was trying to overtake, but we kept our position, and Chaos Ultra keeps his lead. But it's not over yet, and by the time we got to lap 5, 3 laps to go. So as the first time around, the overtake didn't go well. Second time around, I decided to brake very late and steered as much as I can by going around the outside, and this time it worked beautifully well. It was a very spectacular move. Shut the door in the next corner and I took the lead. Well, it's not over yet, because as the other 2 cars behind me are using the slipstream, you obviously go to the right to stay the inside, and then you want to make the most out of the curbs. And I would just let go of the throttle a little bit, not too much, otherwise you're going to lose time. And then for the exit, you just want to steer as less as possible to maintain your speed as most as you can. So throughout that lap number 6, I didn't really happen much, but as we head to the final lap, the Spanish guys got up to 2nd, and by the time he managed to overtake me on the inside at turn 1, I actually decided to let him. And my plan was to basically, by the time we get to the braking hairpin, I was going to try and make that move just for the right time and make a good strategy. So I decided to go around the outside as he blocked the inside. But I'm afraid that this time it didn't really work. And I instead lost 2nd place to Chaos Ultra. So yep, very sus, sucks very well. And yeah, I had to settle for P3, which it's alright. Top 3 is good. And of course, I had the fastest lap of the race, which that was okay. And oh yeah, I'm gonna first say why I'm using another account. Well, this is what I use as my second account, just in case if daily races for me don't go very well. Because my other account, the main one I use, had a bit of bad luck with it recently, and then I've stopped playing the game altogether because of it. So yeah, as you can see, we got third. And now we move on to Daily Race B, which is Group 4 cars around Bathurst, which I find this track very such a challenge to drive. And of course, I did hear that the front wheel drive cars are very OP now, thanks to polyphony changing the mapping settings. So I have decided to drive the Audi TT. And we start 6th once again, which seems to be the favoritism of where I start. So as we head to turn 1, we focus on the car in front, which is Aski in the Peugeot, and he's got a very nice number plate, which is a little bit inappropriate for kids. So as he went a bit wide at turn 1, we had an opportunity to go on the outside. He blocked the inside, but I knew it wasn't worth it doing that move because that guy is really good. Like, so yeah. But by the time we get to the second long straight, we then got another chance. He did move more than once in defending, and as we head to this inside corner, which seemed to be the right move, but then the next one is a left-hander for him. It's the inside, and he shuts the door at us. I knew this was not going to be easy at all. And to me, it felt like he was doing a Grosjean thingy, or Magnussen. And then now, not only I have to focus on trying to overtake the car in front, but I now have the car behind to deal with, which is another Peugeot. Looks a bit like the Braun GP livery. So yeah, I did get another chance in the next couple of turns, and again he blocks the inside. I have to sail around the outside, which is not where you particularly want in this track and those cars. And now we've got Seb behind us. He gave us a little push, and so as I noticed, there was a Renault Megane made a bit of a mistake there. Well, looks to be a mistake. And now there's a big battle for third. And as we get to the straights once again, Aski got to the inside. Easy overtook up the third. And the French guy in the Renault went a bit very wide, and I easily got the move done as well as we go into fourth. So now we have a good chance to get into the top 3 once again. And I just have to bite my time as much as I can. So heading to that turn 1 on the final lap. Aski did go very wide once again and not exit that curb. And so I thought this could be a chance. But the speed of that Peugeot is really quick in the straights. Probably a bit, I say it's a little bit quicker than the Audi, I'm not too sure. But as we drag race into the next corner, he obviously has the inside and I couldn't do anything. But then the Renault behind has very good acceleration in the exit of the corners, so he gets alongside me around the outside, but obviously I had the inside to cover him. And then as I waited patiently to the next final straight line for a last ditch attempt, I decided to brake a little bit later than usual to try and pressure him. Again, in the outside as you know, but Aski runs very wide, and we did this perfect switch back, and we get up to third. And then obviously I had to defend into the final corner, and then yeah, this happens. We get punted off. So Seb punts us off. He gets a 1 second penalty, which I feel that's a bit rubbish, to be honest. And we go from 3rd to 8th, which is very unfortunate, but oh well, could have been worse. And here's me, looking very depressed. And then going to see my race engineer. So yeah, very unfortunate. It happened, but it could have been worse, to be honest. And so yeah, anyways, heading to the last daily race, which is at Laguna Seca and Group 3 cars. And I decided to go with the Alfa Romeo 4C because I felt that this car was quick around this track. Probably not the best option, but I felt this was the most suitable car for that track. And we start, not in 6th this time, we start in 2nd. So compared to the Alfa to Lexus in front, it has better acceleration. I say a bit better in the corners, but obviously the Lexus is better in the straight line. So we settle ourselves very comfortably in the 2nd, and then as we head up to the what I like to call the awkwardness corner, the race leader spins from the lead, which was very unusual to see for me. And so I'm going to show you my lap grind, my fastest lap grind this track, because during my race there was nothing to do. So yeah, brake as you go to the white line bit, and then in 2nd gear, keep the car nice and steady. And then as you hit the 4th, you want to brake between the 2 and the 1 meter board. Make sure you hit the acceleration in the exit until you completed the inside of the curb, which is that white bit there. And obviously that corner you say in 4th. So in this next braking point, you want to brake just before you hit the 2 meter board. And again, make sure you hit throttle until you go late in the exit, as you want to make the most out of it. Now in the race, I decided to brake that corner just before the 1 meter board, because you don't want to take too many risks, as of course from my position that I'm in, leading, and of course you have to manage to get up from the car behind. And yeah, you just basically have to keep the car nice and steady and consistent, and then you get the best results as you can. So for this corner you say 4th gear in the exit, I put a bit early in the exit, and I think this next few laps I had in the last corner, I had a bit of wheel spin, because I hadn't played the game in a while and I had to get used to managing those tyres, because of course this race you didn't really need to pit. I felt the tyres were okay and all that, and even though I used like, I think it was just about over half of it. So as we got to lap 10, I just thought I'd just show you that how bad that Porsche was as he was lapped. But the only thing that was really interesting throughout my race was on the final lap, where I head to this corner and I hit that red curve in the inside curve and I went off. So that really affected it, and yeah, nothing too interesting. And then as we head to the final corner, we completely dominated that race by nearly 10 seconds to that Spanish guy, the GT500. So yeah, very interesting, although I do think I need to get onto more videos if I'm to grow more and get more good races involved. So yeah, in my 2nd account, this is 5th win, and me loving this golden piston cup. So yeah, that's really me, I guess. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you want to follow more content, do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification, and I will see you again. Goodbye.